stock specific now. We have Rajratan Global Wire, which is in focus, received an approval under Production Link Scheme, PLI, that is from Government of India to manufacture specialty steel. We have with us Mr. Sunil Chordia, who is the Chairman and Managing Director at the company, joining us now to detail this and the outlook for 2023 as well. Mr. Chordia, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us, and season's greetings to you and everyone at the company as well. About this PLI that you have received, I wanted to understand, is this for fresh capacity or an existing one, or is it for the planned capex in Chennai? What are the benefits that you will receive here?
Ma'am, this is for our new project in Chennai. As we have entered into an agreement to get the PLI benefit, which will be 8% of the gross revenue of the incremental capacity and incremental gross revenue.
Right. Mr. Chordia, you already had announced a capex plan in Chennai. Phase 1 was likely to come on stream by the end of this financial year. Is this for phase 2, or is this over and above the capacity that you've announced already?
No. This is only for our Chennai, which is already announced. There is no new capacity plan. We are planning a 60,000 tons capacity in Chennai, and we got this approval for Chennai facility only.
So when you're saying that the incentive will be 8% of gross revenue, that's the number, right?
Yes, incremental gross revenue.
So what is that incremental gross revenue that is required here, sir?
So whatever increase in the revenue every year, we will get 8% reimbursement from the Government of India.
And how much that would mean in terms of overall benefits to you?
So roughly our calculation is that if we reach 60,000 tons, which will be a revenue of 600 crores, so 8% of 600 crores will be spread over in 5 years.
Okay, so roughly you get almost 8 to 10 crores per year in terms of incremental benefits.
Yes.
Perfect. Let's talk about the here and now then. FY23, I mean, the last time you joined us, you said that things were looking weak in the export markets. You had also lowered your volume guidance for the year to about 7 to 8%, and that's on account of flat volumes that you expected in Thailand. How have things been ever since, and do you think you will lower that guidance further?
There is not much improvement in Thailand because Thai tire companies are export-based. They export their products to Europe and America. Unfortunately, their exports are very low. So our Thai capacity is underutilized right now. And we don't see much growth in Thailand business this financial year. It is because of geopolitical situation. And I can't say when things will start improving in Thailand. So this year, we will not grow business in Thailand. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the current capacity utilization at Thailand? Just bookkeeping figures that we are asking for here.
We have started new line. We have started trials in 60,000 tons capacity, but it's still not completed the trials, and that is not put on to regular production. So considering old capacity, we are running at 80-85% capacity.
Okay, 80-85% in Thailand. But you did mention earlier in your investor presentation that you are in talks with new customers at Korea and Vietnam as well. Any progress here? Whatever you were planning to export to Europe, do you think you will be able to shift it to these two new geographies?
Yeah, we are making very serious efforts in developing new customers for Thailand as well as our Chennai facility. We have started a company in Europe. We have appointed a manager in Europe to get new approvals from tire companies. The response is encouraging, but it takes time. This is a difficult product, and approval from customer takes some time before I can commit the volumes and business with them.
Right. And what about India? You said that, the next couple of quarters do look strong for India, but incrementally we've heard of demand not growing as fast as expected in India as well, from across the board. So do you think that the India volume growth target that you had of 10% this year may have to be scaled down?
I think we'll grow 10% volume in India by in this current year. We had done 55,000 tons last year. So we have revised our targets from 65 to 60,000 tons, and I think we'll do that.
Okay. So that is about one part of your business. You know, I was reading a report which is by Nuvama, which believes that Raj Ratan may clock revenues of around 1,800 crore rupees in next 3 to 4 years. Is that something that is the target as well, and you will be able to achieve it? And while you're doubling the revenues in next 3 to 4 years, what kind of margin profile will you see?
No, it is based on our projections and capacity investment we are doing. We have 60,000 tons capacity here in Pithampur. We will have 60,000 tons capacity in Thailand, and our Chennai project will have 60,000 tons. So when all the three capacities are utilized, 1,800 crores will be the top line. And you can easily assume a EBITDA margin of 18% average.
All right, 18% EBITDA margin with 1,800 crore of revenue once your entire capex is completed in the next 3 to 4 odd years. But apart from that, are you looking at any other categories to enter as well? I mean, there were conversations around you looking at newer steel cords, etc., in terms of revenue opportunities?
And right now, we are totally focused on this, and we first want to make this successful.
Okay, and on Europe, you had set up a new marketing office in Europe. You recently got the approval from Michelin as well, and you said that once you get it, you will use it as a leverage to get some more European clients.
So we are approved with Michelin in India. That gives us, that opens our door for negotiation and discussion with their European plant. But the response from customers is very slow, and it takes long time. Bead wire is a critical product, and getting new customer approval takes some time. So I will not jump onto it, but my long-term projection of 20% CAGR growth for 5 years still remains same.
So how much is Europe as a percentage of total revenues, Mr. Chodia?
Sorry?
How much does Europe contribute to your revenues?
How much
Does Europe contribute to your revenues right now?
No, last year we did export something, maybe around 5-7% of total to Europe. But we are looking at bigger export from our Chennai facility and Thailand facility. Because the freight cost to Europe has come down drastically. There are significant changes in the market on the cost, on the price, on the freight cost. So I see a very strong possibility of exporting to Europe.
So once Chennai comes on board, your market share, global market share, which you had alluded to being about 10%, goes on to 18%, right?
Yeah, 18% in 3 years' time.
And domestic market share is upwards of 50% or between 45 and 50?
It is a little lower than 50%, upward of 45%.
Last question before we let you go, Mr. Chodia. You know, when we are talking about weakness in the European markets, it has also made some valuations attractive in terms of industry-wide performance as well. Is there something that you would be interested in at all, since you're talking about increasing your export market share? So instead of, transferring your capacity to Europe or exporting it, you can actually do it via an acquisition in Europe. Is that a possibility at all?
Making Europe will be very difficult. We are working on the principle that we'll continue to make in a low-cost country and export to a high-cost country.
Okay.
So acquiring a facility in Europe, we have to be very, very cautious. And of course, we have looked at some possibilities, but I don't see it happening.
And acquiring a facility in India, maybe you are a 50% player in India, maybe some smaller players, etc.
There is nothing available, and there is no possibility.
All right.
We'll focus on our greenfield expansion.
Okay, good luck with that, Mr. Chodia. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us and detailing all the plans going forward as well.